Wow. We had a little bit of a rough... we had a little bit of a rough start there, but, you know, the show's going.
Little technicalities here and there.
All right, our second guest up, you all saw him on The Sopranos. He's a good friend of ours. Let's give a warm, late-night welcome for Artie Pasquale. Artie, right there. Take a clip.
How are you, Artie?
Before you get clipped.
Well, before you ask me anything, I want to say one thing, and William DeMeo will attest to this. You know, in entertainment and in show business, like 90% of everything is BS. But this guy's 100% real. I want to tell you that. He's a real nice guy, terrific guy. I think he should.
Thank you. Thank you, Artie.
I have to say only nice things about him.
No, Artie, you're dynamite. I mean, you're a piece of bread. Unbelievable. So now listen, you're from Providence. Why don't you tell everybody how it was growing up in Rhode Island?
Providence, Rhode Island, I grew up in a section called Federal Hill. It was like a real old-fashioned Italian neighborhood. And, you know, it was a great community. It was great growing up. I grew up in the 50s. I don't think too many people here grew up in the 50s, but it was a great place, old neighborhood type thing. And I came here. Well, what do you think brought me here to New Jersey? Right? A female. I got married and since divorced like half the world. But I've been here ever since, yeah. Yeah, it was fun. It was nice living up there.
Now listen, what got you into show business?
I don't know. I think I was probably always a ham, so to speak. You know, even when I was in high school, I got involved in a couple of school things, and even when I went to college, got involved in some theater a little bit. But having a family, I had problems, you know, taking the time out to do it. But eventually, I got into the acting thing.
Especially with Sopranos, and I'm sure everybody wants to hear about that.
Why don't you talk about your experience with that?
Well, I mean, you know, you got William DeMeo coming on. He's a great actor. He'll tell you the same thing. It was probably the best experience anyone could have being on The Sopranos. You know, I was lucky. There were many better actors than me who didn't get a chance, but.
Don't pay no mind to their monkey business. I'm
sorry,
I see,
John, what are you doing?
They're doing sign language over there to the director.
Is that for the people that can't hear you?
I'm just giving some sign language. The director is coming through the top speakers up here.
And that could be a problem.
That's all right. Continue.
Oh. Continue. No, it was a great experience. How can anybody ask, you know, to be on maybe what might be the best television show ever? And I was lucky. Like I said, a lot of better actors than me didn't catch a break. And then I proudly got killed in The Sopranos. So that's great. You know, that was a good thing.
That was one of my favorite HBO shows. And to this day, I still watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, terrific people. Everybody treated everybody equally, whether you were a star or whether you were on the crew. It was just a tremendous experience. You know, I don't think it'll ever be equaled.
No.
And it's helped me since then, of course.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite actor on the show to actually work with?
William DeMeo.
All right.
I'd say, I don't know, they were all so good. Edie Falco was tremendous, Gandolfini, you know, all those, they were all good in their own way. You know, even if they had a small role, I just kept my mouth closed and learned from those people. They were all better actors than me. I had more experience, but it was fun. It was great.
Now, what do you think? Any chance of a movie possibly coming out in the
future?
future?
I don't think so.
I know, it's all talk, right?
I think everybody's doing their own thing, and you know, everybody's grown, not just physically, but you know, in other areas.
I think they would do well, though. I mean, if Entourage
oh, I'm
is
sure they'll do well. I think they would do well if Gandolfini played the role of Tony
Sure, but why
Soprano.
wouldn't he
I don't know
want
if you
to?
can make that film.
No, you can't.
Without him.
No.
Yeah.
So listen, I'm sorry.
I guess he's that busy, but I don't really see him doing many
Oh, believe
things.
me, he's doing a lot of
He
stuff.
has a lot of things going on, you know?
Okay.
He's doing a lot of things. At the same time, he's doing a lot of things. Yeah, he's doing well.
But you know what? You never know. The more time passes and the movie comes out, who knows? It might be huge. There really ain't no time that you could put on it.
Well, you know, I think Sex and the City, it took like 5 or 6 years before they did the movie.
Yeah, blockbuster.
So
Yeah, the
I
movies are great.
don't know.
Now
Well,
listen,
we
I don't
hope
think
so.
there'll be a movie.
Artie, you brought in a Roland from The Sopranos, right?
Just when I got killed, I thought you might enjoy that.
I'm sure the audience would love to see it,
It wasn't
right?
easy. Fuck you doing? Scared the piss out of me.
Some things you don't get into over the phone.
Got it. Lorraine's at Mass. Watch out for Spencer.
Who?
The fucking toy Terry is a ship machine.
I talked to some of the guys about your misgivings.
Yeah?
How was it when little Stephen was strangling? Did it hurt, or was that all improv?
You know, he broke about 4 of those things. He's smaller than I. He's bigger chested than me. He had to reach over, and he was getting a little pissed off. But I told him, just do it as tight as you can do it. You know, if it hurts, I'll tell you. And I got lucky with this scene. You know, I really felt like I was being strangled. I really did.
Yeah.
Which I guess is the essence of acting when you're not acting. But people call me up and they say, Artie, I love the way you made your face go like that. Like they think I was home in front of a mirror practicing how I'm going to look when I get strangled. You know, like, should I look like this? It just came out that way, and I got lucky. Sometimes that's how it happens. You know?
That was a great scene. It looked really real. I felt it.
Yeah, well, I felt
I didn't really pass out.
I had a line on my neck for a couple of days, but it was a physical scene. It was very tough to do. It really was, but it was great. I enjoyed it.
But you know, a lot of people don't know this about you. You also have done a lot of theater. You've done TV. You've done films. What do you prefer, theater, films?
Well, I didn't do a lot of theater, but theater is a whole different ballgame. It's really hard, really difficult. The greatest actors, I think, have come out of theater. But it's even the way you present yourself, you know, when you're doing a TV or a film, the cameras do all of the moving, and the lighting does all of the moving. I could talk to you like this, and there's no problem, but in a theater, you have to project to the guy in the back row. You have to speak a little louder. You have to block it a little different. But they are great actors on stage. I'm not big on stage, you know, but.
You enjoy it though.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It takes a long time. It's a lot of rehearsing. It takes a long time. It takes a lot of time out of other things. And I think that's one of the reasons why people don't get involved in it.
What was that play that you did with Vinnie Pastore? And who was in that? Were you involved with an off-Broadway play? You did it under the boardwalk, or on, what was that called?
No, we're working on something now, but we were going to do 12 Angry Men.
That's what it was.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Yeah, but it hasn't developed. It's on hold right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did a funny commercial with him recently. If you want to go to YouTube, check out Broccoli Wad. Not Broccoli Rob, Broccoli Wad. You get if you want to laugh anyway.
Vinny was great when he was here. We had a good time.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I see him a lot. He's a character.
Oh, definitely.
And he's a fun guy.
Now, listen, you got any current projects in the works?
I've been doing a lot of bits and pieces. I just finished a film called The Red Corvette, but I was telling William DeMay I've been trying to produce this screenplay. It's called Morning on Charlotte Street. You might have heard of it.
Yeah.
We did a short. It's a great true story about a family in the Bronx in the 50s. But we're trying hard to get it made, you know, trying to get some money to get it made. And I just got myself involved with the theater group sponsored by Vincent Pastore called the Buffalo Group. So, you know, wherever there's work, you know, you try to take advantage of it.
For sure.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? You guys were on the show last year with Frank Callow and that whole part of the cast of you won awards, film festivals. Yeah, we did. We think the story is great. You know, if somebody wants to get a hold of a nice story, and it might need some work here and there, but it's just not easy doing it. You know? It's tough right now. Economy's
when
bad.
William comes on, he'll tell you the ins and the outs of producing.
Yeah.
But it's, you got to be, you know, persistent and resilient.
For sure.
I think tonight proved that. Production is not always very easy.
So now listen, I know you're a movie buff. What are some of your favorite movies that you love?
I don't know, you put me on the spot. You know, of course, I can't even think of
Little
them.
Rascals?
No, I'm not that old. But I mean, I like Shawshank Redemption. I like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I like
good flick.
The big one.
Godfather?
The Godfather, of course. Yes, Godfather 2 probably more than any. There were so many great films.
Yeah.
Definitely is.
I think one of the funniest ones was, if you want to see a funny movie, was with Alan Alda and, do you remember that movie, Alan Alda? And can't think of the name of it. Anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going around tonight. But listen, you got a Facebook or a website where all your fans can get in touch with you at?
Well, I don't do Facebook. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to get rid of some people. I don't need any more people. But anybody wants to get in touch with me, it's Artie P. at RTP21 at Verizon.net. RTP21 at Verizon.net. And you can check out that film project. Go to Morning on Charlotte Street, MOURNING on Charlotte Street.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
Well, Artie, it's always a pleasure to see you. I'll definitely see you soon.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for the kind words.
Thank
Artie
you.
Pasquale, everybody. Stick around. All right.
Getting right into it, huh?